What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you another bronzer hunt video in bronzer week. And today is day number 3 where I'm actually showing you guys bronzers, and we're going to be talking about the Coloured Raine bronzer in Naughty Spice. So I knew I was going to get this as soon as Coloured Raine was sneak peeking that they were coming out with bronzers. I knew I was going to get it regardless of the fact that it was not the type of finish that I particularly love. I love Coloured Raine, and I really enjoy having a lot of black owned bronzers and just black owned products in general in my collection. So this was something that I knew I was going to get. I did get it, of course. I've tested it out, and today is the review and the bronzer hunt for you all. So that is what's going to happen in just a few seconds. If you're wondering, I did record this eye look. It will be up before this video, so check out down below. I will have it linked. And that said, let's get to it. Alrighty guys, so I'm here to do another video in my bronzer week, and for today is of course the 3rd day of me showing you guys bronzers. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys my bronzer from Coloured Raine. It is in the shade Naughty Spice. I think this shade works really nice, but it's not my favorite. This is a flat matte finish. So if you do want a sheen, you're definitely going to have to add some form of like highlighter or bronzer topper or something to really get that going. This also is a rather neutral undertone. And I am of course just using that same Morphe brush that I told you guys yesterday that I was going to use. I did of course clean it off so that it has no pigment from yesterday's bronzer on there. I'm just going to work on building up on this side, so you guys can see the difference between having no bronzer and having bronzer with this shade. All right, and I'm pretty much bronzed up. So you can see, you definitely see a little bit more color. You definitely see some bronze or some brown on this side. But at the end of the day, it's not as warm as I particularly enjoy. So yeah, that's kind of where that is. What I'm going to do is just take the time really quickly to finish up this side, and then I'll show you a pan view of what's going on with this bronzer just by itself. Then of course I will come back with the finished look, my eyes, cheeks, all of that finished, so you guys can see what the full look comes together with this bronzer on. So I'll be back in just a second. Alrighty, so I'm completely bronzed up. You can see the bronzer in all of the areas that I particularly like to bronze. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, like I said, is come back once my full face is finished, and we'll talk about what the bronzer looks like in comparison to like being everything balanced. I do at this point typically like to spray. I love to just spray multiple times in my routine of doing my makeup, so I do tend to spray just to get the bronzer to really seep in, especially a bronzer like this that is super matte. I want it to kind of look more skin-like and more cream-like. So that's what I'm gonna do everything else, and then I'll be back. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. As you can see, I have my highlighter, blush, bronzer, all of it, and it all kind of came together at the end. It is very apparent that I highlighted this part of my forehead, which I truly detest with a passion when that happens. I clearly put too much of that lighter powder up there. Otherwise it typically rarely happens, so we're just going to ignore that for today, because I mean I just can't be bothered to fix it, if we're being honest. But overall I think this bronzer works. I think it gives me a similar effect to what I wanted, but at the end of the day it's not as warm as I truly love my bronzers to be, especially for this time of period where we're getting into the warmer months, so the undertones of my actual complexion are getting warmer as well. So this is a decent bronzer. It is something that I intend to use, but it's definitely not going to be a favorite year-round, let alone in these warmer months. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this bronzer hunt today for day 3. Look forward to day 4, which is going to be another powder bronzer, and it's going to be another good one. So I will see you guys tomorrow.